this video is going to be on COPPA. There's all this panic online right now. I mean, yeah, we're living in a time where society panics over everything. Everything is a drama. Everything is a panic. 24-hour news. Everybody needs instant gratification. They need answers. They need therapy. They need help. They need emotional support. They need GoFundMe accounts to help them with life. Everything is a drama. So you see this thing about COPPA, the FTC and COPPA. My channel is not towards gaming. I'm not a gamer. You know, I'm an adult, I'm not a gamer. So my channel's not geared towards kids or toys or toy products. I'm an adult. And I do reviews, and you started off with music, doing my my guitar tutorials, and branched out from there. So as far as my channel, it's not geared towards kids. And so all of my videos are listed as that. Now, I had some videos where I was in a park and I was watching a holiday event, and there were horses, and there were some kids in the background that were all blotched out, blurred out. I deleted those videos. I don't want to deal with any of that. My channel is strictly an adult hold on. My channel is strictly an adult channel, and that's how I've got it listed now. Adults only. But there's a big panic right now with everybody saying the FTC is going to come out and they're going to fine people $42,000, and they're going to drag you into court, and they're going to bankrupt you, and $42,000 per video, and YouTube might shut down your channel. Okay, so what do we really know? What we really know is that we don't really know, because this really hasn't kicked in yet. YouTube is setting up their system now where you can list it as a kid video or an adult video. And that is not a decision that was made by the FTC. The FTC didn't tell YouTube to do that. YouTube did that on their own so that they have a way to figure this thing out. The next thing is, there is no way that the FTC is going to go out and scan, even though they say they can't. There's no way they're going to go out and scan millions and millions of channels and video and then go start issuing subpoenas to 50,000 people and pulling them into court and fining them $42,000 per video to bankrupt them. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in our world. Do you know how long the legal process is? I mean, look what's going on right now in Washington. Everything gets delayed and delayed and delayed in court. So that's not going to happen. What's going on here is this was originally geared towards websites. It's geared towards websites, adult websites, or websites that are collecting data on children, websites that are collecting, or that are geared towards kids. So if you've got a website that's collecting that data, that's where the FTC comes in. If you have a website that is geared towards adults, the FTC doesn't really care about you. So if you've got a video game that is labeled as a mature video game and it's for adults, and your video about it is talking to adults about an adult video, the FTC doesn't care about that. It doesn't mean that it's video. It's an adult thing. And if it went into court, a judge would throw that out. So people need to relax. Let this whole thing play out. Let's see where it goes before we all panic. Now, if you have a video that is for kids and you're talking about it on your channel, you're going to need to label that video as for kids. Now, if you have a video that is an adult video that kids play, it's still an adult video. So you don't have to label that as kids, unless in this adult video that is played by adults and kids, if in your video you start talking to kids, or your video, your commentary, your comments are addressed to children, now you've got to label your channel video as kids. So there's a lot of panic, but you just have to slow down a little bit. It's not like the FTC is going to come out and file 50,000 cases. They don't have the manpower for that, number one. Number two, that's not their goal. Their goal is to make sure that you are following the rules, following the laws, not collecting data that you shouldn't be collecting, and not directing videos towards kids unless you're labeling that as what you're doing. So if you're following along and following the laws and the rules, that you've got nothing to worry about. Now, this thing that YouTube initiated, the adult or kid video, again, that's not something the FTC said. The FTC didn't ever say that. That's something that YouTube put in. And it's a fine thing because it's very broad. It's definitely very broad. But it sounds like YouTube does not want to be in the middle. YouTube doesn't want to come out and say, it's an adult video that might have some kid stuff in it. They don't want to deal with that. And I guess from a corporate point of view, that makes a lot of sense. But for content creators, they don't like that. But they also don't run YouTube, and they don't make the decisions. And if you don't like what's going on, go shut your channel down, and you won't get paid. So, I mean, YouTube does not owe us a paycheck. They don't owe us a paycheck at all. I love YouTube. I'm glad with what they do. I'm happy that I've got a channel that takes care of me, that helps me out. And they make the rules. If I don't like the rules, I can pack up and go somewhere else. So, and again, the FTC, this was geared originally towards websites. This is a website type thing. That was the law that they put in, I guess, in 1999. They consider YouTube a website. So when you talk to them, they ask you about your website. They don't ask you about your channel. Now, some people say that it's a channel, and no, you can play it both ways. Yes, it's a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has a URL, and that URL is a website that you are controlling with YouTube's help. So people that say it's a channel, no. It is a website. Your channel is a website, has a URL, and a URL directs people to websites. It does not direct them to channels. So, as far as video, just run the clear and narrow. If you are making video content that is reviewing toys that kids use, you have a kid channel and you have a kid video, and you're probably going to have to lose some monetization because of that, because of how you're labeling it, because that's what you're into. That's what you set your channel up to be. If you have a music channel that is teaching kids how to play guitar, you have to label that as a kid's video. If you have a video that is teaching adults how to play a song that kids might play, it's an adult video. It's an adult thing, but it is a child's song, so you have to be careful there. But I think over the long run, everybody just needs to calm down. There's, like I said, we live in a society now where 24-hour news, instant gratification, panic, what's going to happen? I'm not going to be able to make a living. I have to look at all my videos. How can they do this to me? How can they do this to you? They can do it because they own YouTube, and you signed up to follow their rules, and that's just how it is. You know, if you don't like it, you go somewhere else. If you don't like the credit card policies you have, you go somewhere else. You don't like the banks that you work with, go somewhere else. You don't like your cell phone, go somewhere else. So you're not going to win this battle if you think you're going to fight YouTube over this and show your anger. What's going to happen over the next year or so is, and I'm not a lawyer, but I am awesome, and I speak for awesomeness, even though it has no legal bearing at all. What's going to happen? What's going to happen over the next year, maybe the next few months, it's going to start to play out. And the FTC is going to say, wow, we had all these websites we were dealing with, and they've got millions of websites in the country. Now what they're going to be dealing with is, I forget how many millions of minutes of video get pumped on YouTube every day. and they're talking about how they've got the ability to scan. There is no way that they're going to be able to scan through every minute of this video. My suggestion, do what I did. Run the clean and narrow, live a clean life, follow the rules, follow the laws. If your channel, if you have videos that are questionable, list them as kids. Cover yourself. List them as kids. I had about 12 videos, like I said, that were horse videos at locations or kids walking around in the background, and I just deleted the video. My videos now are strictly 100% adult with no question about who's in there. And the videos that I kept on there, they were fine. There was nothing. They were adult videos looking at scenery or looking at events that were going on in society. And for me, it was just easier. I looked at the views and I said, I'm not making a lot of money off of this. A couple hundred views, delete it, no problems. So for the big panic out there, the reason I put my video on there, for the big panic, just slow down, people. It's not like January 1st, YouTube's going to come and cause you problems. They're trying to figure this out too. It's not like the FTC is going to come out there. And the word from the FTC, this is the word from the FTC. They haven't said this to me, but this is the word from the FTC. We are not out there to fine people $42,000. We're not out there to financially bankrupt you. We're not out there to put you in jail. We're not out there to put you in court. We are going to try to follow the law. And if we have a question about your video or your channel, we're either going to send you a request for more info or we're going to send you a subpoena for more info. And you give us the info and we'll go from there. And they've also, word is, come out and said, like I told you, they're not out there to fine. They're not out there to, if they fine you, it's going to send a message saying, hey, you better watch what you're doing. But they're not, and it's going to sting a little bit, it might hurt a little bit, but it's not out there to ruin your life and to ruin your channel and to shut you down. It is to get compliance. That's how law enforcement, sorry, losing my voice. That's how law enforcement works. That's how the laws work. That's how a society works, where just because there's a law that says you can't run the stop sign, it doesn't mean that the cops are sitting at that stop sign and every single person that runs it is going to prison for the rest of their life. The law is there. You follow the law, you don't have anything to worry about, hopefully. You don't follow the law, unless you get caught, you're probably going to be okay. But do you want to take that chance? So, and there are a lot of people that want to run the stop signs and they just don't care because the odds of getting caught are slim. A lot of people online are going to say, I want my money from the tube and I'm just going to list my videos as adult. And if that happens, you're going to get called in, you're going to get a subpoena. This thing's going to get tied up in court probably forever because legal things take forever. And then decisions will be made from there. So don't panic, just don't panic. Get yourself prepared, fix up your channel videos the right way, label them the right way. If you have some questionable stuff, clean it up. If all your videos or if your channel's geared towards children, you're going to have to label your channel as children. And it's going to hit you financially big time, but that is just how it goes until everything gets worked out. So I want you to leave a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, share, comment. Don't leave anything rude. I don't like anything rude. I'll probably put it like an ad a minute on here just to calm people down so they won't be so upset over what I just said. And I think in the long run, it's all going to work out. It's all going to be fine, people. Just calm down and be happy.